Hi, it's time for entertainment. And today, on the entertainment segment, Usual Suspects. Have you watched that movie? Well, they're here. Hi, guys.
Hi. What's up? Good morning. Good morning to all.
Yes.
You good?
I'm great. How about you?
I'm good, but your man is in hot waters.
Yeah.
Which man?
Kofi Jamar.
Oh,
Go see how people are roasting him on Twitter.
I mean,
He was cooked.
but I don't understand.
He was chefed up.
I don't understand what happened. Because I didn't see the original tweet. I saw a screenshot
Yeah.
of the tweet.
Okay,
And then I realized that he came to apologize
later.
for the tweet. And then, I noticed there was a lot of buzz. I didn't really read anything, but
Yeah.
But I found nothing wrong with his tweet,
All right, so basically,
which was what surprised me, that people were going crazy
Kofi
about.
Jamar was saying that slavery
Yeah,
is or has been beneficial
yeah,
to the world,
Yeah.
especially the black people, we black people. Let's take a look at that tweet.
Okay.
We found it. Somebody took a screenshot.
So it says here, people will kill me for this. So he knew it was coming.
Yes.
And he said, but our ancestors really knew what they were doing when they sold most Africans into slavery. Okay, that's an inaccuracy there because they didn't sell most Africans. Okay, but yeah, okay. There is a great impact on the world as we see today. I swear, we wouldn't have been, we wouldn't have had the likes of blues, R&B, rock and roll, rap music, hip hop, etc. All right, and then I think he goes on to say, blacks have benefited and impacted the world a lot in many ways due to that migration. He says we wouldn't have had the likes of Jay-Z, LeBron, Michael Jackson, Kanye West, Virgil Abloh, and a whole lot that you can mention.
Shall we also look at the apology tweets?
Okay, so the apology tweet.
He apologized later.
He apologizes later and he says, I apologize for my tweet. My great-grandfather, Prempe, was the first was captured as a result of the colonial regime. I've been affected by what happened in many ways. Although the deed of slavery is wrong, I can't deny the impact blacks have had on the world today because of it.
Wow, the apology and the initial tweet, I don't know why he apologized, because he seemed to have just reiterated the point again.
Yes.
Yes.
He actually found another way to say what he actually said.
Balance the whole thought
and sort of tempered it a little bit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think there are two sides to every activity.
Okay.
He was looking at it from the other perspective, as in how slavery has been beneficial to us as a people. Yeah. The whole world, Africans and all that. Now, slavery in itself predates our colonial times here in Ghana. Even right here in Ghana.
Yes. There was slavery here before the colonizers came.
Yes. But the painful aspect, we all know all that great-great-grandfathers and grandmothers went through, through slavery. And so we cannot say that it is something that we should be proud of as a people. Yeah. But the other side of it, look at what he's talking about, all the people that championed the various genres. He's a musician, so he's using music to make his case. Yeah. And so he mentions rap music, blues, and all that.
R&B, all those things.
Yes, and all the great figures that he mentioned in the tweet. Yeah. I think that, as a people, sometimes we lose sight of the fact that there are positives in everything that we do. And he is looking at it from that angle. Yeah. And so I agree with him to an extent. Maybe it was how he communicated the whole thing. Yes, that's it.
But even with his phraseology, I don't particularly have a problem, because you see, for me, I always try to look at things from what's the substance of what the person is talking about, right? He's not talking about slavery. He's talking about the impact of slavery.
So
now let's look at the impact of slavery. There was positive impact. There was also negative impact. Then he decides to focus on the positive impact.
But can we actually say that there was any positive impact to slavery?
Okay. So I'll take you to scripture. What happened to Joseph? Because if you remember, our own Jacob Lamte started something called the Joseph Project, where the diaspora, looking like, let's call the diaspora back to Ghana. It's akin to Joseph and his brothers. His brothers sold him into slavery, but he goes and prospers and becomes a prime minister, and he becomes a blessing to his people. Do you understand? Do you understand the picture? So when you say positives,
so my point is,
that's all I will do. I'll say, look at scripture.
So my point
answer
is,
the question.
The reason why this is a very tricky and sensitive subject is because
it's not a tricky and sensitive subject. I don't think so.
No, because if we want to look at it and we isolate individuals, they form the minority. Because the impact of slavery is way bigger and way hurtful than just listening to good music. And also, the music he's talking about was born out of the pain that our people went through. And that for me
and so that's where I look at it. And I say that even though a woman goes through excruciating pain in giving birth, the child is the blessing. You don't stop the labor process because you're in pain. You go through it and then you give birth.
You can't compare the impact of pregnancy.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying compare the pregnancy. I'm just saying that in life, through pain, is much blessing.
Yeah, but
all the time.
But you see the pain of slavery and the kind of impact.
And we don't justify. We don't excuse the pain. We don't justify the pain. We just say that we acknowledge that through the pain came blessing.
I think we should,
and we are
we should
happy
also
for
understand
the
the people who are bashing Kofi Jamar.
Why?
Because
it's triggering.
How is it triggering?
It's very triggering.
How is it triggering?
You see, okay, come on.
See, when you are making a case like this,
yes,
and you don't look at both sides, and you make it seem like everything is okay.
I have actually looked at both sides,
and
I acknowledge and I'm saying that, and I'm looking at both sides, and I'm saying that there is pain, there is a lot of grief. Do you understand? Even the impact of slavery.
So you think Malcolm X's and
I've spoken about what slavery took away from us as a people.
But I'm saying that. Okay, so what can you do about the pain and the grief?
It's happened already. It's
already
happened. So.
But the blessing doesn't stop giving. That's what I'm saying. And you see, as human beings, we can decide to be negative or positive. It's up to you. It's a choice you make.
Personally, if you ask me, I don't think Martin Luther King and Malcolm X fought their fight to come in here as saying
this. You know, all the discrimination that happened to black people. You know, look, you get it.
I understand where you're coming from.
It is.
No, it's real.
But as a result of the slavery.
I understand where you're coming from. Yes. But we can't also negate the current impact of the slavery conversation beyond music. Even the names he mentioned, the Jay-Z's and stuff like that, even in their music, they're still fighting for equal opportunities.
Yes, absolutely. And we must. But even in our own country, you see that there's without us being enslaved, there's still a lot of disparity. All those things are there.
That's human nature.
Exactly.
So
I say that even with human nature and everything else, I'm looking at the positives and the blessings that we have.
So you think
by all means the negatives are not there.
So you think by all means necessary, even beyond music, there are some positives in slavery? Because I think it's the same tangent as seeing the positives in colonization. Like the last time Udemaya was in hot waters because he says, being colonized was great because we would have been able to speak the same languages and whatnot, and that it wouldn't have taken away from our uniqueness. And it was catching fire because really, if you look deep into colonization, you're not going to see much of the positives. The negatives outweigh the positives. And
are we still not colonized though?
The people who
colonialism.
Thank you.
Kwame,
no, thank you. I mean, I think. Listen,
we still need those platforms they have to
I think we should stop being hypersensitive.
I don't think
that's what it is.
I don't think it's
all those who are trying to set people alight in the streets, right? On the streets of Twitter, they're trying to lynch people in the streets of Twitter. It's hypersensitivity, and you are doing the same thing that you're arguing about.
It's like
if you raise an issue like this, you should expect something like this from the.
It's like talking about the impact of the Rawlings regime on the parents of certain peers. The impact they had, you can't take it away from them because the fact that you are not directly affected does not take away from the fact that it existed. So if you
Anyway.
say hypersensitivity,
Yeah. Yes.
it's unfair.
I
If you ask me, it's unfair because these are people who were directly impacted by
Listen,
these things. So you
are,
can't also.
you're offended. If I touch, you're offended. You're hurt. If I touch the place where you are bruised, of course you'll be.
I don't want
That's
us to
hypersensitivity.
bastardize the impact regardless.
Okay. Anyway,
Like I said,
So,
this
we
conversation
can
is
go
gonna
on.
be-
We can go on.
on, Charlie. I think.
But people should also know that
Yeah.
the genres of black music were formed out of gospel, which then became the Negro spirituals that our ancestors went through because of the pain.
It was through the pain,
so,
and anyway.
So R&B, jazz, all those
And
things.
they gave us something sweet,
Yeah.
genres.
Like what?
Sweet wine.
We are
blues
still,
and
we are
all
still
that.
fighting the
Sweet
impact.
wine
Anyways,
was born out of sweet wine. That was born
Depends on
out
how
of
you look at it. You know?
crashing of grapes.
It
Charlie,
depends. It
we'll
depends.
come back to this conversation. I mean, 5 minutes
We'll
is not
not
enough.
finish.
5 minutes is not enough to talk about it, so we'll come back to this conversation.
We will come back to it. Anyway, so, well, thank you guys. It's always a great conversation, and I like the vibrancy. Well, it's been a great show on Breakfast Daily. Thank you for watching. My name is David Kwekusichi.
And of course, my name is Premier Dunyame. Many thanks for your time. See you again tomorrow.